Hello, hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Final game to cap off week 13 in the NFL. Monday Night Football. Famous Jameis Winston had a legendary pregame speech on the road against the Rook, Bo Nix, Offensive Rookie of the Year, finalist basically, and the Denver Broncos. This game is sneakily going to has potential to be a sneakily good game this week. How's everyone doing? There's someone asking me about Warren Moon stuff. Yeah, how's everyone doing? Again, this game has potential. This game has potential to be a damn good show and a damn good game. Browns looking to play spoiler. Broncos, a win tonight pretty much solidifies playoff hopes for them. In what has been a very chaotic season, a Broncos playoff appearance would be actually really fun to see. They're a team with a lot of tenacity, a team that's playing some really good football. They're a younger team that can make a splash. And who knows, if they get the right matchup in that first round, they might be able to surprise people. Like, could you imagine if they played Chiefs first round and pull off the upset as a 7th seed? Hey, we'll see. But first, have to handle business. Monday Night Football. Jameis Winston, 2-1 all time on the primetime stage. He has a chance today. We'll see. We shall see. I did not realize Kevin Stefanski was only 40-38 as a coach. Yeah, Stefanski, the guy who, I won't say the guy, but he coached the Browns to their first playoff win on this second iteration of the team. We'll see. Again, not the season they were hoping for, but it maybe gives them an out for the offseason when it comes to Deshaun Watson. Especially if Jameis Winston continues to play well. We'll see. Kickoff, mere moments away from Manpower Field at Mile High, where the Broncos are set to get the ball first. Okay. All right, let's do it. The second to last game that I'll be calling from this setup in this area. At least for the 20, at least for this calendar year. Obviously, during the playoffs, we'll be back up here, but for pretty much the rest of the season, we'll be having a new setup coming next week. Again, Denver. I don't know why I forgot, but yeah, Denver's wearing their all navies tonight, and they look kind of clean. As kickoff is underway, it will be out the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos will begin the drive from the 30, and out trots Bo Nix. And 20 total touchdowns on the season, only 6 interceptions. He's playing really well. Looking to continue it. We will see. Yeah, I like what Sean Payton has the team going with here, and then how they've been playing. It has been really nice to see. Nix under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Going to send a tight end in motion right to left. Play action looking to throw. Rolling right by in time. And just throwing it at the feet of a crossing tight end. So 2nd and 10 coming up. I know this talks about like what teams need to be good. What team, when certain teams are good, it just makes the sport as a whole better. And the common ones are all like the big media market teams. But for me, whenever Denver is playing competitively, it does make the NFL a little bit more interesting, in part because I do love their color scheme and their uniform matchups, plus I love the city of Denver. Nick's going to throw to the left side for 2nd and 10. It's a screenplay to pick up about 7-ish on the play up to the 37-yard line with 3rd and short coming up. It's like, yeah, like every media person is going to say, oh, when the Jets are good, when the Giants are good, when the Cowboys are good. Like, no, because those teams have just not the greatest of looks when it comes to, like, typically, like, when their offenses go away, they don't look the greatest, and then their uniform matchups and setups aren't the greatest. But Denver has always been creative. Nick's going to hand it off up the middle on 3rd and 3, and that goes absolutely nowhere. Stonewalled at the line for no gain by Myles Garrett. So it's a 3 and out to begin this game for the Broncos offense. All right. I will take that start for sure. All right, and then the punt comes off clean. And that's a hell of a punt. Return beginning from the 2-yard line. Trying to work his way towards the right side and brought down near the 10. That's one hell of a punt. And one hell of punt coverage there by Denver. I talk about flipping the field. That's how you do it with stride. And out comes Jameis Winston. Really hard to hate him. A beautiful motivator. We'll see. All right, first play of the drive for Cleveland. Winston in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receiving options to the left as well. Going to fake a toss left and pump fake and throwing over the middle. Has a man wide open, caught for plenty of room to run. For the 40, the pass midfield, finally out of bounds near the plus 46. And that's Jerry Jeudy on the reception. His revenge game in Denver tonight. Interesting to see what kind of splash he can make. It has been nice to see Jerry Jeudy's, resurgence in Cleveland the past few weeks. So Winston on 1st and 10 going to hand this off up the middle with Nick Chubb, and he's going to fight his way for a yard. All right, the Browns offense under Ken Dorsey, not been the greatest. 17 points per game is 2nd fewest in the NFL. But again, Jerry Jeudy playing really well the past 4 weeks. Ken Dorsey's figuring it out with Jameis Winston under center. So we'll see. I'm sure Bills fans looking at the Browns offense this year being like, yeah, that's some shit up. Handoff up the middle for 2nd and 9. Nick Chubb going to bulldoze his way for a gain of 10. And a first down up to about the 35-yard line. It has been really nice to see Nick Chubb back and playing well. When he got injured last year, it was not the greatest. But it's good to have him back on the field. Winston in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. 1st and 10 from the 35. Going to hand this off to Chubb once again, right side. Good blocking and room to run. Going to pick up about 6 up to the 29-yard line. And this drive has been pretty well so far, but they are going against the second best defense in the NFL. This Vance Joseph led Denver Broncos defense only allowing about 17 points a game. So it's a pretty decent matchup for this Browns offense. See what they can do with it. So Winston under center, back behind him, will hand it off to Nick Chubb once again. This time trying to work that left side, and this time maybe gaining a yard. I do like the approach so far by the Browns, using that ground game a bit more. Like Nick Chubb is your best offensive player since they traded Murray Cooper. Winston alone in shotgun, 3 receiving options to the left, 2 to the right. Going to drop back, looking to throw. Denver sending forward. Winston throwing right side and overthrown, incomplete. Looking for David Njoku, who had a step on the corner route, but just put too much into it. It's a 4th down coming up. And now trots the field goal unit for Cleveland. It's there. It's there. Winston, man. Just put it on him. It's David Njoku against a nickel corner or a safety. Just put it on him. Let him go up and get it. All right, Dustin Hopkins for the 47-yard try to give Cleveland the early lead. The ball is centered pretty nicely. Kick is up. And he missed it to the left. Wide left for Dustin Hopkins. Wow. The offense moved the ball pretty well, but that's not how you want to start a game out. And Winston ain't happy on the sideline. It brings us to our first commercial break on this Monday Night Football. That's rough to start things off, man. You have a good chance to take the lead here early on, get on the board first. Just miss it. Yeah, we'll see. So Denver, 3 and out in their opening drive. Cleveland went out the field pretty well, missed a field goal. We'll see how that plays into things. I do think Denver was building something pretty well there, as the main focus just being get Nix started and get him into a groove. Okay, we'll see. Yeah, this Cleveland defense is no joke into their own right. Okay, we'll see. I definitely would have liked to see. I know they did pass on that 3rd and 4, but maybe on that 2nd down, you pass it instead. Try to get a screen going or something shorter to pick up the first, and if not, maybe you have Winston just scramble in and get close. If you're Cleveland, you wanted it to be a consistent 3rd and short situations if you have to have a 3rd down play. Because in theory, you should get that pretty regularly with Nick Chubb. But again, like they should have had that 3rd down conversion. Just you have to make that throw, Jameis. All right, ball on the 37 for the Broncos. We're back from commercial break. Nix under center, going to hand this off to the right side. And going to bounce and have some room to run near the sideline and picking up about 12 on the play. That is Jaleel McLaughlin, I believe. So that's a great first player to drive. And yeah, Jaleel McLaughlin on the carry. And how do you build off of it and how do you follow it up? Nix under center, back behind him. Two receiving options to each side. Going to end around this towards the left. Has some decent blocking and room to run for Marvin Mims. Gonna get past midfield and pick up about 4-ish. Up to around the 47-yard line. All right, 2nd and 6. Nixon shotgun back to his left. Two receiving options to each side. Going to fake it, toss left, and rolling right. Has some time, gonna step up and throw it right side. Has a man, but dropped. Portland Sutton. Oh, he had it. Would have been a first down and a whole lot more down that right side. But Portland Sutton was trying to run before completing the pass. That is a tough drop. That's a great throw by Nix. It's on the money. Oh, man. So 3rd and 6. Nix is in shotgun. Back to his right. Two receiving options to each side. Going to drop back, looking to throw. Cleveland sending pressure. Buying time. Throwing right side. This time, Cortland Sutton catches it and brought down at the 30. First down, Denver. I absolutely fucking love it that they went directly back to Cortland Sutton. Like he's your guy. He's your number one. You just because he drops one pass, don't mean he's gonna drop the next. Love going back to him. The ball on the 30. Nixon shotgun back to his left, dropping back, looking to throw. Has time. Pass right side. Going to be caught for a gain of 5. That's a dangerous pass there by Bo Nix. Into tight coverage, puts it on the money. Yeah, Cortland Sutton been having a career year when it comes to just production and targets. He's because he became the number 1 option in Denver. He was the number 2 option since arriving, thanks to Jerry Jeudy. Now he's the main guy, and he's been thriving in that role. 2nd and 5, Nix in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receiving options to the left side, bunched up, and going to look to throw once again. Pressure coming, has time, pass to his right, is going to be dropped. Luckily, it was dropped. If it's caught, that's a loss of 1. So you would rather the drop there. But so far, so good. Yeah, through his hands. That's twice now. The receivers just had the ball go through his hands. So 3rd and 5, ball on the 25-yard line. Nixon shotgun back to his right. 3 receiving options to the left. Cleveland looking to send them pressure, and they do from the right side. Nix with pass time thanks to the pressure being picked up. Rolling right, throwing right, and caught by Cortland Sutton. A gain of 8. Cleveland showed pressure left. Pressure came from the right. And gets picked up well. Nix is calm, cool, collected in the pocket, stepping up, buying time. And once again, going to his main man, Cortland Sutton. Is the connection that those two have has been special this season. I'm so excited to see how it builds throughout the rest of this season and into next season. Ball now on the 18. Nix under center. Back and fullback behind him. Play clock winding down. Going to get the snap off and hand it off right side. Breaking some tackles behind the line of scrimmage and fighting for about a yard on the play. Should have been a loss of about 3, but instead, Jaleel McLaughlin making the plays needed. All right, so 2nd and 9. Nix alone in shotgun. Play clock winding down. 3 receiving options. 2 to the left. Going to drop back looking to throw. Rolling right. Buy in time as pressure comes in quick. Throw it. Has a man open. It's caught and down at the 1. Being tagged down. What a throw by Nix. Cross body. Rolling to his right and finding it wide open. Devon Vele on the reception. Good diving grab by him to set things up. Now, 1st and goal, Nix can hand this off up the middle for McLaughlin, and he's going to fall forward but shy of the end zone down at the half-yard line. If he just kept his foot in, he would have gone in. That's like an inch short. Ooh. Yep, we need the Browns tonight. If Denver wins, this would have been the worst week for the Dolphins possible. Ball on the half-yard line. Nix under center. Back behind him. A handoff once again up the middle. And going to try and bounce it towards the right. But in the process, going to lose about 3 on the play. I think he would have had better luck if he just tried pushing the pile. It's Javonte Williams on the carry. Maybe not, but if you try pushing the pile, you don't risk Myles Garrett potentially poking the ball loose. Now 3rd and goal from about the 3. Yeah, I mean, there's still that very low chance Miami gets in, but it's going to be a long road. Nix going to hand off once again up the middle, and this time Javonte Williams gets in untouched. Touchdown, Denver. It's a case where, like, with how some of these teams are playing at the moment, it's unlikely. The most likely scenario for Miami to get in, assuming they win out, is more so that the Chargers lose their next 3. Or they need to lose to Kansas City and Denver at the very least, I believe. So more so potentially the Chargers or hell, even the Ravens. I think Denver will be just fine getting in. The extra point is up and good. Because the Chargers' next 3 games are not the easiest. They play KC, they play Tampa, and then they play Denver. If they lose those next 3 and Miami wins out, there's our opening, there's our window. But again, it's going to be tough. The Chargers have a damn good defense. I know the Ravens don't have an easy schedule either coming up, but it's the Ravens. They're going to find a way to sneak in. Because, you know, Denver's upcoming schedule is relatively easy. And we can't bank on them losing to KC at the end of the season because KC's not going to have anything to play for by then. So that's why it's more so the Chargers I'm keeping an eye on. Yeah, hell, like the Chargers may even get upset like the Patriots. The key thing with the Colts is we only need them to lose 1 more game. And that would be to Denver. So I'm not too worried about the Colts. And the main thing is we're going to need Denver to find a way to lose. We're going to need either the Chargers or the Broncos to lose 2 in-conference games, I believe. We might need the Chargers to lose 3 games. But I know for sure that for Denver, if they lose to the Chargers and the Chiefs, and obviously beat the Colts, and Miami wins out, we're in. But that's not highlight. It's more likely that the Chargers lose their next 3. What's Baltimore's schedule looking like? Okay, I'm not banking on the Ravens losing because they play the Giants, the Steelers, the Texans, and the Browns. Yeah, it's gonna probably have to be the Chargers losing their next 3. Who knows? Like maybe if Cleveland all of a sudden storms back, then yeah. Yeah, either way, it's a long shot. I know that like if everything went our way, we would have been at like a 31% chance to get in. Now with everything seemingly not, it's a long shot. Probably under 10%. But you still want to finish a season strong. That we can go into the next year and be like, you go into the offseason and being like, hey, we don't need to completely overhaul things. We need to work on these few specific things. And that's the key. All right, back from the commercial break. Denver about to send this one down after the Javonte Williams 2-yard touchdown run. Kickoff is out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Cleveland will begin from the 30. Oh yeah, tomorrow night is the in-season Hard Knocks premiere. That should be a fun watch. Yeah, that's the key thing. Is like a year with no major injuries would be fantastic. It's gonna be a very weird offseason for Miami that I will do a video about for sure. But that's for when the time comes and I find to do more research about it. Winston, play action, looking to throw. First play of the drive. Pass right side is caught by David Njoku, and that's a gain of 11. First down, Cleveland. I believe, yeah, we're probably going to be picking up Jalen Phillips' fifth-year option, as that is this offseason decision to make. I would imagine we'll pick it up. And then we'll see what happens with Javon Holland. I really don't know at this point. I would like to have him back, but on a relatively team-friendly deal. Because he hasn't been playing as up to par as I would up to the level I want him to at this point. Winston under center, back behind him. Two receiving options to each side, going to toss left, and then an end around to the right. Little trickery here, and that's going to be a gain of about 2. I like the idea. Don't like the execution. But I like the idea of trying to get a little tricky with it. That was Kadarius Toney? You calling a double reverse to Kadarius Toney? No shot. Yeah, damn. About Chubb? Nick or Bradley? Yeah, I know Bradley Chubb opened his window. I would like to bring him back. It would depend on the cost. Nick Chubb, I like that he's back playing. So he gets this handoff up the middle for about 5. We're talking about Miami, I assume it's Bradley. I would like to bring Bradley Chubb back. And like rework his deal to make it more team friendly. But at the same time, it's like I think the future is Jalen Phillips and Chop Robinson. I wouldn't be opposed to going to them full time. But we do need more depth in the pass rush capacity. So Bradley Chubb would be still a nice piece to have. Third and 3, ball on the 48-yard line. Winston in shotgun back to his left. 2 receivers to each side. Going to drop back, looking to throw. Stepping up, has time. Rolling left now. Buying more time. Going one deep. Left side has the man wide open. Caught. The 20. Making moves at the 10. And brought down at the 8. Had a man wide open. That's Elijah Moore on the reception. First and goal, Cleveland. Pickup of how many yards? Like 58, no, 50-ish yards, right? Yeah. That's a nice play by Cleveland. Getting behind the defense. How do you finish this drive? That's the thing. Winston under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Going to play action, look to throw. Quick pass over the middle. Has a man caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku. And the Browns are an extra point away from tying this game up at 7 with 1:09 to play. Ooh. That was a beautiful drive. That was a beautiful drive. All right, Dustin Hopkins for the extra point. It is up and good. We have a tied ball game near the end of the first quarter. That was also a good throw by Jameis Winston on that touchdown. A higher place ball because you know that Njoku's going to come down with anything that's up there in the air. And just a great drive. That's a drive Cleveland needed. Whew. Yeah. This weekend, Friday and Saturday, it's the college football conference championship games. I know, I'm still thinking about it. There's a chance I'm live during the national championship. But just not a play-by-play, but just a watch-along. Maybe, most likely not, but there's definitely a thought in my head about it. But there's during the off season, before the NFL draft, there's gonna be college-based content about the prospects and all that, obviously. But I don't know, this college football season has been an interesting one to keep an eye on and to watch. But what a game so far this has been. Yeah, I'm going heavy for Boise State. I have a friend who I'm not sure if he and I have a friend who was thinking about going to UNLV in the near future and like heading out over that way. But yeah, I'm all for Boise State. In part because I love the different color fields, even the ones that don't look the greatest. I still love them. But I love that blue turf, and also like I want Ashton Genty to have a massive game and solidify the Heisman. He deserves it. Like I've been a big Boise State fan for a while. In part because I do prefer like watching and keeping up with those like group of five schools because they bring more chaos. And I'm all for chaos in college football because I don't have like a real rooted interest in anyone. All right, back from the commercial break, the Browns set to kick this one down. And the kickoff is a touchback out the back of the end zone. Denver will begin the drive from the 30. Yeah, the more chaos, the merrier. Especially in most of the other sports I don't fully care about. All right, what we got here? What you got in store, Denver? Nix under center, back behind him. Two receiving options to each side. Can motion one of them from left to right. In a play action and look to throw. Trying a screen play to the left, but is blown up instantly, and Nix just throws it at the feet of Javonte Williams. 2nd and 10. I would. Because no, the MAC championship is one played in Ford Field and two does not have Eastern Michigan in it. But their silver/gray turf looks so nice. Nixon shotgun back to his right. Two receiving options to each side. 2nd and 10. Dropping back to throw. Has time. Pass over the middle is dropped. Incomplete. Oh, the rule in a fumble. Picked up by Cleveland. Returning the other way. The 10. The 5. It's a scoop and score for Cleveland. They ruled that a fumble? It's going to be reviewed. That's all scoring plays, all reviewed. It did not seem like he had clear possession of that ball at all. Uh, Welcome to the famous game of the NFL. What is a catch? He has possession and then turns around, which typically is viewed as a football move. Okay, they instantly overturned it. I do agree that it should be overturned. So 3rd and 10, Nix in shotgun back to his left, gonna drop back looking to throw once again. Rolling right, buying time. Launcher went deep, right side, has a man, and incomplete, overthrown. Had a man a little bit short, a little bit closer towards him. That was even more wide open, but hey, I don't hate the decision. Take a shot there. Looking for Ray Franklin? It was Troy Franklin he was looking for. Okay, I definitely do not hate that decision to throw that ball after looking at the replay. Especially where he threw it to, I don't hate it. Punt comes off clean and fair caught at the 11. I mean, yeah, the way that fumbles have been called this season have been weird, but I do agree that was incomplete. I even thought it was incomplete initially. Because he doesn't have possession for long enough. There's one thing where you make the football move that constitutes a catch, but you still need to have possession for long enough. He did not. It was like if he dropped it like half a second later, then probably that's ruled a fumble. But yeah, it's just weird. Oh yeah, definitely. Fumbles are good for the game. I mean, there's been so many times this season where there's been absolutely beautiful peanut punches to force ball loose, to force passes loose and everything. But yeah, that one was incomplete. Because I think he turned around, but he got hit at the same time his foot hit, so you can't really say he made a proper football move. It's just weird. But that being ruled incomplete made sense. We're at commercial break. I do hate how complicated the whole catching rules have become. It just makes it so tedious. Is this? No. Okay, yeah. So like commercial break, I was just checking something. Because typically around this time is when we get even more news about random shit about the NFL or other sports. I want to make sure I wasn't missing anything. All right, just coming back from the commercial break. 48 seconds left in the first quarter. Let's see what Cleveland can do. Winston under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Ball on the 12-yard line. Going to send a man in motion and hand this off up the middle with Nick Chubb, who's going to get brought down near the 10. A loss of 2 on the play. Not how you want a drive to start. All right, final play before the end of the first. It was DeAndre Tillman on that previous tackle. Winston under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the right. In motion, one of them over. Play clock winding down. They get the snap off. It's play action looking to throw. Pressure coming. Winston steps up and throwing. Right side has a man open for a gain of 10. Elijah Moore on the reception. And that is the end of the first quarter. And watch out for Cleveland. With Winston behind center. With Winston behind center, they've become a much better team and a more fun team to watch. Because he's able to make plays that just Deshaun Watson is not able to. Okay, we'll see. End of one. 15 minutes down. High ball game. And Cleveland should be up by 3 at the very least. Just Dustin Hopkins gotta be able to make your kicks. We'll see. We will see. Yeah, because I think Jameis just during his Tampa years where he was throwing 30 interceptions a season, he was still electric to watch and was still making big plays when he needed to. But then he got the LASIK surgery, which, by the way, LASIK absolutely roasted the Browns front office earlier today. But he got the LASIK, and you can see during his time in New Orleans that he was like playing better, still making some dumb decisions, but playing better. We'll see. All right, just coming back from the commercial break, Cleveland with the ball right around the 22-yard line, 1st and 10 for the start of the second quarter. Ball on the 23, actually. Winston under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Making adjustments at the line. Going to play action, look to throw, buy in time. Pressure picked up by Nick Chubb. Gonna step to his right now, trying to buy him more time, and just throws one away at the feet of a tight end, luckily in the area. Otherwise, that probably would have been intentional grounding. Instead, it falls incomplete. That's a good pressure there by Denver. Winston can hand this off on 2nd and 10 to Nick Chubb, and that goes absolutely nowhere. Stonewalled at the line. That's a big 3rd and 10 coming up. Yeah. Winston had Judy on that previous one, but pressure got there too soon. So 3rd and 10, Winston is shotgun. A back to his left and a tight end to his right. Gonna shift both of them closer to the line of scrimmage. Winston jumping back to pass. Has time. Throwing one right side. And incomplete. Looking for Elijah Moore. No flags on the play. The Denver defense makes a stand. That is great coverage. I would have been shocked if a flag was thrown. Yeah, that's fantastic defense by Denver. Like, whew. And that was Jaquan McMillan on the coverage. Fantastic job there. Cleveland going to send this one down. Punt comes off clean and going to bounce near the 35-yard line out of bounds. Denver will begin to drive from there. And yeah, no flags on that. I thought maybe the punter guy ran into, but I think it was by his own lineman, own blocker. So 14 minutes to play in the second quarter. Bo Nix will be taking the field. And yeah, it wasn't an intentional run into the punt or anything. It was just blocked. Someone was blocked into him. All right, brings it to a commercial break. All right, so again, so far 3 drives apiece. It has been a very back and forth, similar game from both of these squads. Okay, we'll see. I'm curious on what Denver decides to whip up here on this next drive because they're in good starting field positioning. But we'll see. If it's the case where every other drive these teams score, that would be pretty funny. We'll see again. Denver, big drive here coming up. In part because Cleveland gets ball to begin the second half. So if they want to enter half either game tied or with the lead. So if they can score something on this drive and force Cleveland to do something on their next drive, puts them in a pretty good spot at that halftime goal. Right, back from commercial, Nixon shotgun going to hand this ball off towards the right, but it goes absolutely nowhere. Tackled behind the line for a loss of about 3. Yeah, running the ball against Cleveland won't be the easiest. It won't be the easiest. They're going to have to rely on some misdirection and some trickery to get the ground game going. Luckily, only ruled a loss of 1. So Nix alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. 2nd and 11. Gonna drop back, looking to throw. Has time. Pass left side. Incomplete. And a flag down on the play. I was waiting for it. Yeah, that would be DPI. Yep, DPI on Cleveland. It ain't the greatest, but I understand. I get it. I've seen worse things called, for sure. It's he holds on to him and turns him around. Yeah, that's fair. I don't love it, but I get it. So 1st and 10 for Denver, ball in the plus 46. Nix under center, back behind him. Will hand this off up the middle and going to gain about 6 on the play up to the 40-yard line. That was, can I see that last name? That was number 28. Oh, great. This person's not on the roster sheet I have. Fantastic. Oh, there we go. It's Audric Estim. on the carry, I believe as I pronounce it. I didn't get to see it for long enough. Nix in shotgun back to his right, 2nd and 4, 2 receiving options to each side. Gonna drop back, looking to throw, pressure coming, pass over the middle, it's tipped in the air and picked off. Intercepted by Cleveland and brought down at the 31. That is a tear. Oh, that's a rough pick to throw. Tried to squeeze one in over the middle, but it was tipped like 10 feet into the air. For probably the easiest pick by, I believe his name is Gary Newsom. No. I forget his first name, but it's by Newsom. Greg Newsom. I knew it started with a G. They try to squeeze one in. That's Denzel Ward on the deflection up into the air. Then picked off by Greg Newsom. That's a great defensive play to make for Cleveland. Get your offense back on the field in a damn good spot. All right, love to see it. I need to check, because when was the last time Bo Nix threw a pick? It feels like it's been a while. That was his first interception since the Baltimore game last month. Bo Nix nearly went a full month without throwing an interception. That is impressive for a rookie. That is damn impressive. Yeah, let's just give credit to Bo Nix where it's due. Yeah, you haven't thrown a pick in a month, and your first time throwing the pick is that? Like, give him props. Yeah, it was not the greatest of decisions, but if you throw, there's definitely a way you could have thrown that pass to where it's maybe not picked. But a great defensive play. Back from a commercial break, Winston under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options, 2 to the left. Going to hand this off up the middle with Nick Chubb. And going to get absolutely nowhere. Stonewalled at the line. Yeah, that's an unfortunate interception to throw. Looking for Troy Franklin, but Denzel Ward makes a great play on that. 2nd and 10, Winston in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receiving options to each side. Looking to throw once again. Pass over the middle is through the hands and luckily falls incomplete. Looking for David Njoku. That's not what he normally drops. Ooh, that's a lucky one. The 3rd and 10, Winston in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers, 2 to the left, gonna drop back looking to throw. Winston has time. Pass left side is caught for a first down and more. Brought down at the 47-ish yard line. That's a first down for Cleveland. Keeping things going, keeping the drive alive. That was caught by Michael Woods. All right. All right. 1st and 10. Winston is shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the right side. Ball on the 47. Winston gonna play action, look to throw, rolling right. Has a man, but tipped in the air and incomplete. Luckily, that's tipped at the line. I don't fully love the bootlegs that. I don't fully love all these bootlegs that Cleveland's trying to do. I mean, it can work, but I don't think Jameis Winston's a great bootleg throwing quarterback. That's the thing. All right, 2nd and 10. Winston in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receiving options to the left as well. Going to hand this off right side and makes a man miss. Room to run. Has plenty of room. Down inside the 35 to the 32. That's Jerome Ford on the carry. Was not expecting him to have that much room after making a man miss. Oh, that's a great juke inside. If Michael Woods on that right side pushes forward and pushes that corner back sooner, that could have been a big carry down the sideline. Winston under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the left, a little bit bunched up. Going to play action, look to throw, rolling left. Has time, going to step up. Winston going to try and keep it himself, but brought down for maybe half a yard. Back to the line of scrimmage. There's not much going there. Good coverage down the field. Forces Winston to tuck it himself and keep it. Yeah, I feel roughly a similar way when it comes to Denver. I like Bo Nix. And like Sean Payton, I'm kind of give or take on, but like he's a damn good coach and I respect him. But yeah, I do have some resentment towards him, in part because of Bounty Gate. Winston and shotgun back to his right, 2 receiving options to each side. Going to hand this off left side with Jerome Ford and going to pick up about 5 on the play. Yes, like, and I respect any coach. You can have any coach, player, whatever. If you have long sustained success in your respective anything, I have respect for you. Don't mean I have to like you, but I have respect. That was the case with Tom Brady. That's been the case with Josh Allen. Case with Sean Payton. Case with Belichick. 3rd and 5. Winston and shotgun back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. And a look to throw. Denver sending 4. Winston rolling right. Buying time. Throwing back across the middle. And incomplete. Pass too high for Jerry Jeudy. Who would not have been able to get much going either way. So good stand by the Denver defense. And out comes Dustin Hopkins and the Cleveland Browns field goal unit to try and take the lead. I feel like Winston could have stepped up in the pocket there, but I understand rolling right. But if you are gonna roll to the right, throw it away towards the right and not try and throw cross body with a defender in your face. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, Russ's time in Denver was a weird hodgepodge of mistakes. Dustin Hopkins' kick from 45 yards out is up and good. Cleveland will take a 3-point lead. Because like it all started wrong off the get-go with Russ in Denver because they hired Nathaniel Hackett before getting Russell Wilson with the hopes to get Aaron Rodgers. But the second they didn't, they pivot to Russ. But Nathaniel Hackett was not going to work with Russell Wilson no matter what, no matter any circumstance. And then they bring in Sean Payton, knowing full well that Russ is not the future there, and they're hiring Sean Payton to be the future, the coach of the future. So if off the bat they weren't going to get along, I feel like if they would have traded for Russ first and then hired a coach that Russ had a say in as well, and someone that Russ likes to work with, it would have worked a lot better in Denver. But at the end of the day, both sides are probably happy with where they sit now. So it's a whatever situation. But if you waste 2 years of guys' career, it sucks. That's one of the biggest things. Like whenever and Chicago has gotten this wrong 3 straight times now. But whenever you know for certain you're going to go out and get your what you believe is your QB of the future, you want to bring him in with a coach you know is going to be around for the length of his development, or the coach that you believe will be the coach of the future. Yeah. What other? I know coaches have been suspended for like a few games. Yeah, yes, suspended for a year. I can't think of any others. Yeah, that was a weird situation with Sean Payton, man. They made a movie out of that that was not good. Maybe like Chicago to get in the wrong, because when they brought in Trubisky, they should have brought in a head coach that same year, someone who wanted to be with Trubisky and to develop him, but they didn't. They had John. They had not John. Was it John Fox? Yeah, it was John Fox. So then Fox was gone the year after. When they brought in Justin Fields, they had Matt Nagy. Nagy was gone the year later. Now with Caleb Williams, they had Eberflus. Flus is gone the year during the season. It's just that is what's like when we talked about like mismanagement and dysfunctionality in organization, it is that right there. That is the main root of it. It's like you're wasting a year of your QB of the future's development, and that first year is a massive year behind it. Unless, of course, you can all of a sudden find in a guru that can completely turn around the offense, but that's unlikely. All right, back from commercial break. The kickoff is out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Drive will begin from the 30. All right, Denver, what you got? What you got in store? Again, a bad interception last time out by Bo Nix, but we'll see. He's in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Going to drop back, looking to throw. Pressure coming in quick. Stepping right, throwing right. And is just a throwaway near the sideline. Can hit someone in the head with that ball. Or potentially right off the dome. That's a crazy stat. All of Bo Nix's interceptions this season have come while Denver was trailing or the game was tied. That is interesting. Okay. Nix in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the right as well. Gonna look to throw. Quick pass right side is caught by Jaleel McLaughlin and going to make people miss and stumbling his way back to the line of scrimmage for no gain. Good defense on the play. Time to see what Denver can scheme up on this 3rd and 10. You do not want to go 3 and out here. Oh, there's a flag on the play. What could this be? Illegal shift? Or illegal formation? Illegal formation on Denver. Penalty will be declined. 3rd and 10 coming up. All right, what you got? What you got? 8.5 to play in this first half. Nixon shotgun back to his right, looking to throw. Has time. Launcher one deep. Left side has a man with a step and underthrown and dropped. The interception nearly dropped, but he had Cortland Sutton and just didn't put enough into it. It's a 3 and out for this Denver offense. Oh, he had him. It's there. He had him, but yeah, just didn't get it out there enough. And luckily, it wasn't picked off again. Punt's gonna come off clean. and take a Cleveland bound, a Denver kind of Cleveland bounce, all the way down to outside the 10 and about the 12. And out comes Jameis Winston trying to extend this Cleveland lead. I like what I've been seeing from this Cleveland defense today. We'll see. Ball on the 11. Winston under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Going to send the man in motion, left to right. Winston, play action, looking to throw. Has time, launching one deep. Over the middle, has a man, but overthrown. Jerry Jeudy was open with the step. He hit some in stride. That's a touchdown for Cleveland. Oh, Jameis. It's there. Oh, it's there, man. It's there. He leads it more towards the left side of the field and not as much down the field. It's a skinny post. It's there. 2nd and 10. Winston in shotgun. Back to his left. Going to hand this off up the middle with Jerome Ford and going to fall his way to about 4 on the play. All right, just under 8 minutes to go in this first half. A 3rd and 7 coming up for Cleveland. What you got? Play clock winding down. I don't think they've broken the huddle yet. Yeah, no, play clock wind down. Winston wanted the play clock to be adjusted. They're discussing this. Hold on. Okay, yeah. Because Winston wanted the play clock reset. All right, yeah. So they reset the play clock. Cleveland not going to be charged with a timeout. Yeah, Winston wanted a play clock reset, and it wasn't for some reason. So 3rd and 7, Winston alone in shotgun. 3 receivers, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Ball on the 14-yard line. Shifting it back to his right. Now 3 receivers to the left. Winston looking to throw. Gonna step up and buy his time. Rolling left. Gonna dump one off. That's incomplete. Looking for David Njoku. No flags on the play. It's a 3 and out for Cleveland now. All right. Let's see. Yeah, Denver's defense is a damn good defense. Yeah, Winston just had no time on that. If he has a little bit more time, he has the man wide open over the middle on the Sid route. All right, the punt comes off clean and is going to be returned beginning from about the 24. And as Marvin Mims working his way to the 33-yard line. And that's where Denver will begin this next drive after the commercial break. All right, so far so good. Been pretty. First quarter had a few offensive drives, but for the most part, this has been a defensive game. So we'll see. You'll see. Get at the commercial break. Denver about to have the ball in relatively good starting field positioning. Okay, we'll see. Nix has been throwing the ball a lot tonight already. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but I'm saying it's more so just a case of you want the ground game to get work in, and against Cleveland's defense, it is tough to get it to work. But then that's when you call plays that are extensions of the run. Call the screens, call the jet touch passes, call the end arounds, call the jet sweeps. Just not much. Not much of that. All right, just coming back from the commercial break. There's, again, a defensive showing so far today, which kind of makes sense. Both teams great defenses. All right, Knicks under center, back behind them. First play of the drive is a bobbled handoff that's still going to go for about 8 on the play by Jaleel McLaughlin. We got lucky there that he was able to hang on to it. Oh yeah, that was not a great exchange, and no one was near him when it happened, so he was able to hang on to it cleanly after a bobble. All right, 2nd and 2. Knicks under center, back behind him, fullback offset to the left. And going to hand this off once again up the middle, and that's Javonte Williams going absolutely nowhere. Stonewalled at the line, 3rd and 2 coming up. Denver looking to avoid their 4th 3-and-out tonight. I'm seeing this Cleveland defense, and I'm not excited with how well they're playing because Miami has to play them in a few weeks, but still. Third and 2, Knicks in shotgun, back behind him, gonna look to throw. Pass time, pass left side, back shoulder, and caught at the 40 by Courtland Sutton and out of bounds. Absolutely beautiful of a throw. There's a simple slot fade that is placed on the money by Knicks. Like, hell yeah, it's a beautiful fucking throw. Now, 1st and 10 at the 40. Knicks in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Cleveland send in pressure, has a free rusher, pass left side wide open, caught, 1st down and more. Makes one man miss and brought down at the 25-yard line. That's a beautiful, beautiful throw by Knicks. Pressure in his face, an unblocked defender. You throw your hot read quick. He saw the pressure and just got it out there. The ball actually on the 24. Knicks in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the right as well. Going to throw it right for a screenplay. Detroit Franklin making people miss, breaking tackles, and down at the 1. That was a dangerous throw by Knicks. Like, he threw that directly, like skimming off the back of Courtland Sutton, who was engaged with a defender. It wasn't sudden, but it's still like skimming off the back of another receiver. Ball now on the 1. Nix under center. Play action looking to throw. Rolling right. Buying time. Looking. End zone. Gonna try and fit one in there, but incomplete. Looking for Javonte Williams, and there's a flag down in the end zone. And it seems like they're gonna call defensive holding on that one. I mean, it's not gonna do much. Yeah, if Cleveland can hold them to a field goal, that would be pretty good, but there's still 4 minutes left, so it's not like Cleveland is desperate for a stop here. Yeah, defensive holding is the penalty. I mean, yeah, kind of. I don't fully agree with it. Like, we have seen that so many times before, and it's not called. Right, ball on the half-yard line. Nix under center. Back and fullback behind him. Fullback dive up the middle, and it's a touchdown for Denver. Taking the lead, an extra point away from a 4-point game. All right. And that was a great drive by Denver. We'll give Nix that. Making some big time throws there. And I love a fullback dive from that range. The extra point is up and good. 4-point game, 4 minutes to play. Cleveland has all timeouts, and we have entered some of the most important minutes of the game. The middle 8. As there's the comparison between Jaden Daniels and Bo Nix this season. And it is a pretty even comparison. Like both of them are playing really well so far this year. All right, no commercial break here. Denver is set to kick this one down. Kickoff underway, and it is down in the end zone for a touchback. Cleveland will begin the drive from the 30. All right, what you got? All right, what you got? What you got, Cleveland? Need a drive here now. Winston is shotgun, back to his left, 2 receiving options to each side, and going to hand this off right side with Jerome Ford, and going to gain nothing on the play. All right. Just nothing going. Come on, Cleveland. Winston in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receiving options, 2 to the left. 2nd and 10. Gonna drop back, looking to throw. Has time. Pass left side is caught by Njoku, and going to gain 5 on the play before being brought down. So a big 3rd and 5 coming up. I still can't believe how many quarterbacks were selected in the first round last year. Or this past draft. Like, come on. Winston in shotgun, back to his left, and look to throw on 3rd and 5. Pass right side is caught by an open receiver and going to fight his way for the first down marker, a gain of 8. And Cleveland keeps the drive alive. That I know who this receiver is. Can't remember his first name. It is, yeah, Jamari Thrash on that reception, and there is a there's a Denver player, a little slow to get up, will be walking off the field with what appears to be an injury to his arm. That's the furthest I'll go into that. Hope everything's all right. And you hate to see players go. You hate to see players go down in general. Go into replay here, and yeah, it looks like it looks like his right arm got landed on by one of his teammates. Okay, that's not great, but. Winston under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Ball on the 43-yard line. Going to play action, look to throw. Has some time, gonna step up, buy some more. Pass over the middle is caught by Jerry Jeudy. First down and more inside plus territory to the 38. What a grab through the contact. And that should get us to the 2-minute warning. What a grab. All right, Jeudy, I see you. That is a hell of a throw by Winston as well, but that's placed beautifully. Placed on the outside hip. If that's placed anywhere else, it's probably batted away. Yep, that leads us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left in the first half. Cleveland with ball in plus territory and down by 4. All right. All right. And this game has been, well, it's kind of better than I expected so far. I was maybe expecting, like, yeah, the first drive or two to be competitive, but then Denver would start to run away with it. Nah, Cleveland is able to stick in here pretty well. We'll see how the second half goes, obviously, but so far, pretty nice. All right. And yep, select commercial break for the 2-minute warning. See. It depends. It depends how Cleveland finishes this drive. You need points here to enter the half. And then you would want your defense to make a stand with like a minute and a half to go, or however much time is left. Cleveland gets ball to begin the second half. We're back from commercial break. Ball on the 40. Winston in shotgun. Back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. And going to look to throw. Pass right side is caught by Njoku for about 3 on the play. Dangerous throw, but a nice grab by Njoku. I don't fully love that decision. I don't hate it either. It's one of those where you'll take it, but you would have liked to get more out of it. As Denver will call their first timeout. Okay. All right, Denver. It was 2nd and 6. Gave Njoku 4 on the play. Winston in shotgun, going to look to throw once again. Pass right side is caught by Jerry Jeudy, and that's a gain of about 6, maybe 7 on the play. And getting out of bounds is a first down for Cleveland. Good shit. Good shit. First and 10. Winston alone in shotgun. 3 receiving options, 2 to the left. Going to drop back, looking to throw. Has some time. Plenty of time. Going to throw left side, and that's picked off. And plenty of room to run. Nothing but green grass ahead. Roll out the red carpet for Nick Bonito. It is a pick 6 for Denver. Oh, Cleveland. Oh, you can't have that, Cleveland. Right before the half as well. Devastating. Just devastating. Uh, not the greatest of throws, man. I mean, eventually pressure got there, and that forced a bad decision. But come on, Jameis. You can't be making that kind of throw in that situation. Just take the sack, if anything. At least get points entering the half. There's still time, obviously. The extra point is up and good. Yep, that is true. It's also true. Winston at his finest. Sometimes just not thinking with his throws. That is. The spacing also just wasn't good there. Bonito was able to guard 3 separate receivers on that play. Like, that's just bad spacing on top of it. Bad play. Bad play design. Bad play decision by Winston. Just also a great play by Denver's defense. There's still a minute 38 before the half, so Cleveland has a chance to respond. If they can get points here and make it a 1-score game entering the half, gives yourselves a little bit of a little extra thing. Hey, Nick Bonito's hometown is Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Let's go. South Florida represent. I don't know why, but it's always funny for me to see players from South Florida. It shouldn't be like that, but like it's just funny. That was the first career touchdown for Nick Bonito. Hell yeah, man. I mean that's good for him. Kickoff is out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Cleveland has a minute 38 and all 3 timeouts to try and respond to the pick 6. Oof, that's rough. That is rough right there. I mean, that's just a can't have it situation. The lucky you still got some time left in this half to be able to make something happen. But I mean, like, you could have had the lead entering halftime. You're feeling really good if that's the case. Here we are. Yeah, I mean, like, obviously the ball was going to go left side pretty much no matter what in that play. But like the spacing on that just wasn't good, and it allowed Bonito to guard everyone on that side of the field. Like you need to have good play design to begin things, and that just wasn't one of those situations. All right, what can Winston do here? He's in shotgun. Back to his right, two receiving options to each side. Going to play action, look to throw. Pass time. Pass left side is off the mark and incomplete. Just another just not great decision. Didn't really have anyone there in the first place. Yeah, true. I mean, the thing is, like, that game against Miami is in Cleveland, so I'm expecting it to be more so a ground heavy game with the snow and everything, but we'll see. Winston looking to throw in 2nd and 10. Pass over the middle is caught, and that's a gain of 5 for Elijah Moore. I was also expecting some kind of snow in this one, but we haven't gotten anything yet. Denver will call their second timeout before this 3rd and 4. If they can get the ball back with a minute to play, oh my, Denver might just run away with it here. I mean, that is perfect. The Big 12 championship game starts at noon on Saturday. That's perfect for me. 3rd and 4. Winston alone. Winston in shotgun. Gonna shift it back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. Need to pick up this first down here. Winston to throw. Pass time. Pass right side is caught by Jerry Jeudy. Pass midfield to the 47. Beautifully placed ball by Jameis Winston, keeping the drive alive. And Cleveland going up tempo despite having 3 timeouts. Winston in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. Schooling the ball in the 48. A minute to play in the half. Winston to throw. Has some time throwing right side. That's caught along the sideline by Jerry Jeudy and getting out of bounds near the 34-ish, I believe. Jerry Jeudy's been having a pretty solid game today against his former team. And yeah, that game against Cleveland's going to be tough, but I think he'll be able to handle it. Winston to throw on 1st and 10, going to pass it over the middle, and that's caught by Elijah Moore down to the 22-yard line. 50 seconds to play, clock ticking. Cleveland, you have timeouts, call them. What is up with teams and refusing to call timeouts? Winston in shotgun, back to his left, and yeah, finally, Cleveland calls a timeout. They were not prepared for that play. Like, you have all 3 timeouts. Fucking call them. Come on. You don't get to take the timeouts into the second half. Like, my main focus on Miami is just beat the Jets. I don't care how this season goes, as long as we beat the Jets both times, I'll be happy. Those 3 games in between, at this point, with how bleak the season looks, I don't really care. I would like to finish above 500 this year again, but it's going to be tough. And 38 seconds left in the half. What you got, Cleveland? What you got? Winston in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. Going to drop back, looking to throw. Pass over the middle is incomplete. There's not even a chance that was going to be caught. Not even a chance. Looking for Michael Woods again, but yeah, that was not going to be caught no matter what. Winston and shotgun back to his left, 2 receiving options to each side. 35 seconds left in the half. Winston to throw. Has time, pass over the middle, is caught by Elijah Moore, and that's a gain of about 5. 30 seconds left, and someone's calling a timeout. I believe it would be Cleveland. Yep. Yeah, the matchup tonight. Judy versus Surtain. It's been a pretty good matchup. Back and forth, back and forth. I do think there's been moments that Winston could take advantage of that matchup a bit more. Like he missed a home run ball earlier in this game. But that's what comes with having Jameis as a quarterback. Winston is shotgun, back to his right, 3 receiving options to the left. 3rd and 5, looking for that 12-yard line. Winston to throw. Has time, pass over the middle, caught, breaks 1 tackle, and fighting forward down to the 4-yard line is Michael Woods. 24 seconds left in the half. 1st and goal for Cleveland, and we have a timeout called as well. Probably by Cleveland, I would assume. That is a great throw by Jameis, fitting it into that window. Yeah, that's a great throw. Right, and I believe Cleveland called their final timeout. Yeah, they did. Wanted to make sure. Yep. Right, 1st and goal from the 4. What you got here? Winston and shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers to the left. What you got? Gonna roll left, looking to throw. Winston, end zone, and incomplete. Looking for Elijah Moore on that front pylon, but Paul was too far outside. It was there. Actually, that ball was placed well. That angle, yeah, that ball was placed well. Just need to get both hands on that. Right now, 21 seconds before the half. Winston in shotgun, alone in shotgun. 3 receiving options to the left, originally 4 against 1 in motion. Winston to throw, pass end zone and incomplete. Looking for David Njoku, but Brandon Jones, tight coverage, forces the ball loose. It's now 3rd and goal. That is a favorable matchup, though. I get the throw. Like, yeah, you throw that ball 9 times out of 10, probably. And Njoku comes down with it 8 times out of 10, probably. All right, 3rd and goal from the 4. Winston in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receiving options to each side. What you got here, Jameis? Winston to throw. Pressure coming, pass, end zone, right side, and David Njoku. Moss and Brandon Jones. That's a touchdown for Cleveland right before the half. And are an extra point away from making it a 4-point game. And that's why you keep throwing it to David Njoku. Like, you have you put a safety on David Njoku, you are asking for that to happen. Like, that's a beautiful high point throw by Jameis right into the hands of the Njoku, only where he can get it. And that's a big time drive for Cleveland to end the half. The extra point is up and good. 13 seconds left in the half. Cleveland has cut this lead to 4. Or cut the deficit to 4. Potato. Right, Denver has 1 timeout. They, in theory, could do something, but probably would just need this to the half. Yeah, that's exactly where you want that ball to go. In one half of play, Jameis Winston has thrown the ball 31 times. Why? Most quarterbacks don't throw that many times in a game. Winston has done it in a half? What? Come on. I mean, to be fair, that entire drive just now was Winston throwing the ball. But still. Like, that's asking a lot for Jameis Winston. All right, kickoff underway, and it will be out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver with one timeout. Again, in theory, they can get the ball in the field goal range here. If they have Nix throw one deep one that's caught. Because again, in Mile High, the ball kicks further. Will Lutz is already a great kicker with a good leg. So we'll see. And yeah, that's exactly the case with Winston. Denver's gonna need this to halftime. That was always the case with Jameis. Is if he can just get his decision making down, he would be so much better. And there was a time post his Tampa years where after he got LASIK, people were like, "Oh, we just couldn't see," and that's why. But now, like even with Cleveland in New Orleans as well, there's still just moments of Winston being like, I'm there's moments of Winston being like, I see what I'm seeing pre-snap, I see what's going to be open, and I'm going to throw it no matter what. And that's just not great. But again, he is a very serviceable like bridge quarterback. He's a great backup quarterback. And then like, there's a reason Cleveland got him. And I do think Flacco would have been a better sign-in for Cleveland as a backup quarterback. But Jameis is just as fine. I mean, he's playing better than Deshaun Watson has this year. Not like it's saying something. But we're at halftime. Cleveland gets ball to begin the second half with a chance to take the lead. Like I think that last drive, like that drive right before the half, like that was a beautiful drive by Jameis Winston. Made some massive throws, some good decisions on it. But then at the same time, like there was a case where like, come on, like you can make a better throw there, probably make a better decision. But again, it's Jameis Winston. You're gonna have those moments. You have to live with them. And Cleveland's a great spot for those moments as well, because your defense is insane. Like, at least it's really good at the very least. So like you can afford to make some of those mistakes as long as they're not pick sixes. Yeah, we're at the half. I'm going to. Still gonna be here, just refilling my drink. All right. Yeah, like the comparison. Jameis Winston, 31 pass attempts in the half. Bo Nix had 18. Like, that's just. I don't think any quarterback should have 31 pass attempts in the half. And obviously, like there's certain situations where you're like, you kind of need to. Like that was one of them, but still. It's been a good half of play. Oh, I didn't realize Cleveland was that bad against the AFC West. I mean, kind of makes sense. Oh, and then Denver is just as bad against the AFC North. Okay. All right. Yeah, we're at halftime. Quickly, can use this time to say if you are new, subscribe. Be greatly appreciated. Bunch of play-by-plays all season long, and once the NFL season ends, it don't stop there. You can tell, rocking the XFL jersey I have. I do the go live for the UFL games as well. Those begin March 28th next year, so stick around. Greatly appreciated. Leave a like if you haven't already. All right. Yeah, the second half performance is going to tell a lot for this game, especially this first drive. If Cleveland can keep moving the ball down the field like they have been in this game, it might be a long one. It might be a long one for Denver in the second half because Cleveland's been moving the ball well. And for the most part, it's just some dumb mistakes, but they're moving the ball well. Oh yeah, there's a commercial. Is that next week? No, it's not. That is next week. Next week, Monday Night Football. The Bengals and the Cowboys. That also has a Simpsons game alongside of it, or it's all broadcast. That's gonna be something. That's gonna be a decent game. Cincy and Dallas. I actually have no idea who I'm gonna be picking for that one. Yeah, so far in predictions and in pick'ems, I'm doing pretty well this week. I'm 10-5, or 11-4. Right? Yeah, 11-4. I'm still mad at like the majority of the ones I got wrong this week. With week 14 of the NFL begins Thursday night with the Packers at the Lions. I'll also be live for that game on Thursday night. And then I'm probably going to be live for Jets Dolphins. I need to wait and see. But the plan is to do as many Dolphin games as I can, so we'll see. It is a massive game next week between the Dolphins and Jets. Yeah, we'll see. Got 7 minutes left in this halftime. I love how ESPN has the countdown timer during the half. Make things better. That Vikings Cardinals game was a weird one. There's a lot of weird games this past week. Like, what do you mean Aaron Rodgers threw a pick six to Leonard Williams? Come on. I swear, if Miami loses to the Jets next week, I'm gonna be pissed. That is such a game Miami would lose. I doubt it, but that is such a game Miami would lose. Either that one, or if we have a win and in scenario by some miracle in Week 18, we'll lose that game to the Jets. Yeah, Tampa, they're a close win over Carolina. And then Washington, big time win for them over Tennessee. Dude, like, what's going on with Houston? Yeah, they won, but they have not been looking the greatest. I don't get it. I just don't get it with Houston. I also hate the Patriots. The amount of times they've sold this season when Miami needed them to win. Yeah, but still at halftime. About 5 minutes left in halftime. Yeah, Cleveland's first drive of the half is going to tell a lot for the rest of this game. If they're still able to move the ball down the field relatively, still able to move the ball down the field effectively, and Denver can't get much pressure, I don't know what's going to be the outlook for this. Okay, we'll see. 3:45 before the second half starts. Almost there. So that last night Bills Niners game, I hate the Bills so much. It's just I can't stand them sometimes. I mean, it's one thing to have clinched the division this early, like whatever. It's another thing for it to be in a game where Josh Allen throws and catches the same touchdown pass. Like, come on. Denver has played in 78 Monday Night Football games. Why? I mean, I get why, but why? It's just the 2000s Broncos. For as good as they were, I do not think of them much when I think 2000s. Anyways, and again, for as good as Jake Plummer was, for as good as Cutler was in Denver, Kyle Orton in 2009, for all the Clinton Portis years that they had, like especially the AFC West. When I think of the 2000s AFC West, it's the 02 Raiders, and then past that is Trent Green and the Chiefs, like, and also obviously like Philip Rivers in them. But like it's never really the Broncos, and I feel like it's undermining the success they had. Even for while not spectacular, it was still a really solid few years for them. Obviously, it gets a lot better when Peyton Manning arrives in the early 2010s, but still, the 2000s Broncos deserve a little bit more respect. Cleveland, on the other hand, when was the last time they deserved respect? When Bernie Kosar was there? All right, halftime's just wrapping up. Cleveland set to get the second half kickoff in mere moments. Looking to retake the lead and put pressure on this Broncos offense to truly do something in this game. They've had their moments, but it hasn't been anything that has stuck. I would like to see Denver's offense get more consistent the rest of the night and move the ball more effectively. We'll see. 30 minutes left. What you got in store? Good old halftime. All right, Will Lutz on the field set to kick this one down as we begin the second half of play. Kickoff underway. And this will be out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Cleveland will begin the drive from the 30. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Winston under center, back behind him. Two receiving options to each side. First play of the half is a play action looking to throw. Winston with time. Throwing right side and caught by Elijah Moore. But there's a flag. Gonna be offensive pass interference, I assume. Ooh. That would be a tough penalty if it's OPI. We'll see. No, it's illegal contact on Denver. Penalty will be declined and first down Cleveland. Gain of about 12. All right. You definitely take that. And Nick Chubb just has not been on the field much in that, pretty much at all in that second quarter, it feels. Winston is shotgun back to his left. Two receiving options to each side. Still no Nick Chubb in the game. Going to try and keep it. Winston keeps it himself and throws it left side to Elijah Moore. Going to gain a yard. Flag on the play. What was that? Just sheer brokenness on that play. Seemed like it was supposed to be a handoff to Jerome Ford up the middle, but Winston keeps it himself. Throws it to Elijah Moore, which might have been a backward pass. The refs are discussing this. And yeah, they're saying it was a backwards pass, so no illegal man downfield. They pick up the flag. And somehow, Cleveland gets 2 on this play. It's a heads-up play by Jameis Winston, but that is... Okay, that being a backward pass is questionable. But well, they gave him 1 on it, but still a nice play nonetheless. Winston is shotgun back to his right. Two receiving options to each side. 2nd and 9. Winston to throw. Pass right side is going to be caught by Elijah Moore. A fantastic grab on the pass that was far outside to make it a more manageable 3rd down. And it'll be about 3rd and 4. Third and 3.5, basically. Ball on the 49-yard line. Winston is shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. Looking for that plus 48-yard line. Winston to throw. Pass time. Throwing left side is dropped by David Njoku. Pressure in his face. And the Browns have a decision to make. You're in no man's land. It's a short yardage situation, seeming like they're going to send out the punting unit. All right, and the punt comes off clean by Corey Bojorquez. And it's going to be fair caught at the 11. So Denver's defense making some good plays here. Giving the offense a shot with the lead to extend this one. It brings us to a commercial break. Yeah, that was a big opening drive that they have for Denver's defense. Make the stop, go on from there. Time to see what this offense can do. In the first half, they had 2 really good drives, but besides that, a whole lot of nothing from this Denver offense, basically. Oh, let's see if they can get something going here. Ugh. I mean, that Cleveland drive, it just feels empty. Like, obviously, it was an empty possession, you don't get points, but I just mean, like, the play calling didn't make a lot of sense. And to be fair, one of the plays was completely blown up and improvised. But still. All right, so 1st and 10 from the 12. Nix in shotgun, back to his right, making adjustments at the line. 3 receiving options to the right, shift in the back to his left, gonna drop back, looking to throw. Pass time, pass left side, back shoulder, and incomplete. Looking for Cortland Sutton, and there's the flags flying. Gonna be DPI on Denzel Ward. Ooh. Yeah, that's clear. That's a clear DPI. That's a tough one to have in a situation. It was a back shoulder throw is hard to guard, but you just can't. Ooh. You can't clearly like wrap around and pull someone down. Yeah, that's gonna be DPI. First and 10 from the 31. Handoff up the middle for Jaleel McLaughlin. That's going to be a gain of about 9 up to the 40-yard line before his forward progress was stopped. That was a great rushing lane opened up by that Denver O line. Like, absolutely beautiful. So 2nd and 1, ball on the 40.5, basically. Nix under center, back and fullback behind him. And going to hand this off up the middle, and that goes nowhere. Stuffed for a loss of 2 on the play. And a big 3rd and 3 coming up for this Denver offense. Shelby Harris up the middle. Good stand there. Right, that's Shelby Harris. The name play they just showed was S. Harris. I believe it's Shelby Harris. 3rd and 2, basically, for Denver. Nixon shotgun back to his right, looking to throw. Quick pass left side is incomplete. And no flags are thrown. And no flags come down. Cleveland's defense now making a big time play with Greg and Newsome on the coverage. I want to make sure. Yep, Shelby Harris. Pretty sure he's also a former Bronco. Making big time plays against his team as Denver is going to send this one down. Punt comes off clean by Riley Dixon. And this will bounce at the 20 and take a Cleveland bounce down to the 24 before being touched by a Bronco player and downed there. All right, so what you gonna do? What you got, Cleveland? What you got? As we head to a commercial break. First two drives of the half, relatively similar to the first two drives of the game. Question is just how do you build off of it? Where do you go from here? And yeah, this in-season Hard Knocks with the AFC North, that's going to be a fun one to watch. Particularly the Ravens and the Steelers portions of it. But whew, we shall see. Okay. Cleveland's offense. They just need one drive, it feels. It feels they just need one drive in this half to get things going again. Okay, we'll see. So that commercial break. What you got in store? All right, just coming back from commercial break. Cleveland with ball at about the 24-yard line. Winston in shotgun back to his right. 3 receiving options to the left. And going to begin this drive with a handoff up the middle for Nick Chubb. And that's going to be a gain of about 6 on the play. Good ship. Getting him involved in the second half is going to be a big factor, I can feel. You don't want to be running the ball. You don't want to be passing the ball on every play. You need to mix in a few runs here and there. So 2nd and 3 after the gain of 7, the rule in it. Winston under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. The 2nd and 3 play is going to be a play action, looking to throw. Pressure coming quick, throw in left side, and incomplete, a little short for an open Elijah Moore. If only Jameis had like an extra half second to throw that ball a little bit better, that could have been a big gain. But Nick Bonito read that play like a book, and now it's 3rd and 3. All right, 3rd and 3. Big time 3rd down. Winston in shotgun. Back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Denver, send in pressure. Winston to throw, and the play is stopped. Play is called dead with a flag on the field. What's this going to be? Delay of game on Cleveland. Really? I was not paying attention to the play clock. Okay. Was not paying attention to the play clock. I was seeing Denver stacking the box and looking like they're sending 8. and was like, does Winston even know where his hot route? So the Cleveland offense specifically has the most accepted penalties of the entire league. Denver's team as a whole has the most. Winston to throw in 3rd and 8, gonna pass it short right side and brought down only for a gain of 3. You're not throwing to the sticks there? I mean, if that receiver had more room to work, I would have understood it, but he was pretty much blanketed coverage. And that's a 3 and out for this Cleveland offense. Are we going to have a defensive second half on our hands? As Cleveland going to punt this one down. And that's a great punt. Going to bounce inside the 10 and take a beautiful bounce. And down at the 8. Corey Bojorquez, man, he's one hell of a punter. It doesn't get talked about enough in terms of like great punters in the league. Let's see what Denver can do on this drive. What you got in store? First and 10, ball backed up inside their own 10. 10:34 to play in the quarter. Not been the most accurate this game for Bo Nix, but still played decently well. In shotgun, back to his left, 3 receiving options to the right, ball in the 8. Nix to throw, rolling right to buy some time. Looking downfield, launching one, cross body left side, and incomplete. Cortland Sutton completely lost that ball as it was in his area, but no reaction by him. Greg Newsome in coverage, and that was luckily not picked off. You can't be throwing crossbody like that when you have a guy in the flat who is open. Like that is a rookie decision that would be more understandable if Bo Nix did not spend like 7 years in college. Got away with one there. So 2nd and 10, Nix in shotgun back to his right. Gonna drop back looking to throw. Has time. Stepping left and throwing over the middle. That's caught for a gain of 5 by Troy Franklin. Oh, and there is a flag on the play. Is personal foul on Denver. You're going to half the distance to the goal, 3rd down, tacking on after the play. And yeah, that's yeah, there's no need for him to try and push a pile there that's already down. There was a 3rd and 11 coming up for Denver. Nix in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Looking for the 18-yard line. 10:15 to play. Nix looking to throw. Has time. Passing deep. Over the middle. Has the man caught. Marvin Mims. Makes one man miss and nothing but green grass ahead. Rolling out the red carpet. It's a touchdown for Denver. 93 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from taking an 11-point lead. An absolute strike. An absolute missile by Bo Nix. What a throw. Wow. That is placed beautifully. That's the play. That might be the play of that might be the sealer. I don't know what Cleveland's offense is going to look like the rest of this. There's 10 minutes to go in the third. The extra point is up and good. Wow. What a throw. That was what a throw for a rookie to make. Jeez. That is Cleveland was in cover 2 of some kind. Not sure exactly what cover 2. But they were in cover 2. And Nix places an absolute beautiful pass right in between the safeties. Just wow. For a rookie to make that pass in stride like he did, that is impressive as hell. Just wow. That is an incredible throw. I think it's 2-man. Yeah, that is wow. I'm just Bo Nix. Like that's just a seam route. That's a gutsy throw to make on 3rd and 11 with pressure in your face. That is a gutsy throw. And he hits it perfectly. Just wow. All right, kickoff underway. We'll be down in the end zone for a touchback. That's just an insane throw. And Myles Garrett not been a big factor tonight. Like Nix was hit, like he had pressure in his face on that one. Jeez. Winston now needs to do something on this drive. He's in shotgun back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. Gonna look to throw. As time, launching one deep himself over the middle, wide open. Jerry Jeudy caught 15 to 10 to 5. And that's how you respond. Touchdown, Cleveland. One play, 70 yards. Jerry Jeudy back in the Mile High City making big time plays for Cleveland. Wow. The Browns ain't dead yet. That's for damn sure. Wow. The Browns ain't dead yet. That was the same way I said that play the Mims was the play Denver needed. That was the play Cleveland needed. And now they're an extra point away. Oh, they're going for 2. Cleveland is going for 2 to try and make it a 3-point game with 9:50 to play in the third. Winston in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receiving options to the right. Winston to throw. Pass right side. Judy caught and good. It's a 3-point game. In the span of, what was that, 30 seconds? We've had 15 points scored. And like, Jameis missed the Judy on a very similar pass earlier in the game. He connects with him there, and man, this is a good one. This is going to be a good one. Wow. That is how you respond. It's like, okay, you want to hit a deep shot? We will hit a deep shot. Just wow. And of course it's Jerry Jeudy, the receiver on the answer. Like, man. Just wow. And Jameis Winston having an incredible night. Kickoff underway, and it will be out the back of the end zone for a touchback. All right, what is Denver's response to that? Are we just about to be are we just about to be seeing people sharing deep shots in this? Like, man. Nix under center, back and fullback behind him. 1st and 10 from the 30. And going to toss this to the left side. Has some good blocking and room to run. 1st down and more, out of bounds near the 45-ish. But there's a flag on the play. Big time carry for Jaleel McLaughlin pending the penalty. It is holding on Denver. 10-yard penalty. Calling it on Garrett Bowles. Be 1st and 20 coming up. Ooh, that's a rough penalty to have. Yeah, it's clear though. It's an obvious one. So 1st and 20, ball on the 20. Nixon shotgun back to his right, 2 receiving options to each side. Going to look to throw. Has some time, throwing the left side. Going to be incomplete, nearly intercepted. But 2 flags are on the play. 1 at the line of scrimmage, 1 in the secondary. One of them is going to be DPI on Denzel Ward. What's the first one? Illegal formation on Denver and defensive pass interference. Penalties will offset replay 1st down. All right. Yeah, that too many men on the line of scrimmage. And then that DPI on Denzel Ward. Looking for Cortland Sutton in that play. And yeah, he gets an armful of jersey. So 1st and 20. Nixon shotgun back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. What you got here? Nix looking to throw. Has time. Launch you one deep. Right side. And overthrown. Incomplete. Looking for Troy Franklin. 2nd and 20 coming up. Whew. If there would have been back-to-back deep shots there, like, man. Second and 20 coming up. Nixon shotgun looking to throw. Has time. Dump off to the right side. Is caught by Javonte Williams and going to be a gain of about 3. With 3rd and 17 coming up. A big play for this Cleveland defense. 8:57 to play in this quarter. Nix alone in shotgun. 4 receiving options to the left. Gonna drop back looking to throw. Has time. Pass over the middle. Caught, but brought down shy of the first down marker at about the 29-yard line. I gave him up to the 30 on that one, but that's a big stand by the Cleveland defense, giving your offense a shot to at least tie the game on this drive. Just under 8.5 to play in the quarter. Denver will be sending this one down. Punt comes off clean and going to be fair caught at about the 30. A mess of a situation there on that punt, on the catch for the punt. Players everywhere may have bounced off someone as he was going to let that one bounce, but then quickly grabbed it in realization. Brings us to a commercial break. All right, at this commercial break, I will quickly be right back. All right, still at commercial break. We'll see what Cleveland's offense can do on this next down. All right. You can sell that commercial. See what this Cleveland offense can do. And then week 14 begins with a Thursday night football matchup between the Packers and Lions. Should be a fantastic game on Thursday night football. All right, back from commercial break. Winston under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the right. 8:13 to play in the quarter. Gonna send the man in motion right to left. First play of the drive is going to be a play action looking to throw. Winston throwing left side screenplay for Nick Chubb. Has room to run and good blocking. Makes one man miss and fighting forward to the 49-yard line, picking up a first down and more. And here come the Browns. Here come the Browns. 7:40 to play in the quarter. 1st and 10 from the 48 officially. Winston in shotgun back to his left, 2 receiving options to each side. Going to send a man in motion as Winston's going to fake the jet sweep and throw it left side, but incomplete. Looking for Kadarius Toney. The pass was low. That's a tough one to miss. That's a tough one to miss. And this is only Kadarius Toney's 4th year in the league. Feels like it's been a lot longer. Winston in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. Going to shift the back to his right. Winston going to hand this off left side with Jerome Ford and decent-ish blocking. But even better defense by the Broncos. Going to be no gain on the play. A 3rd and 10 coming up. All right, what you got? Big 3rd down. What you got? Winston alone in shotgun. 3 receiving options to the right. Going to drop back looking to throw. Pass right side to David Njoku. Who's going to go for no gain on the play. So it's after a great play on the first play of the drive. It is 3 straight 0-yard plays for Cleveland. And they're forced to punt. That was your drive, man. That was your opportunity. Better hope your defense can step up and give you another. The punt comes off clean. And it's going to take a Cleveland bounce and be down at the 4. Or no, are they saying down at the 1? Either way, down inside the 5. That's a beautiful punt by Corey Boroquez. They just pure beautiful punting tonight by Cleveland. As hey, under 6 minutes to play, still not going to a commercial break. I'll take it. Nix under center, back and fullback behind the ball on the 4-yard line. Play action, looking to throw. Steps by one free rusher and just throws it at the feet, incomplete. What a play by Nix to avoid the safety, but ooh, that was a dangerous play call there. You call a bootleg from your own 4? Like, you're lucky Bo Nix able to pull off some magic there. I do not like that play call at all. Nix in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receiving options to the right. 2nd and 10, going to look to throw once again. Rolling right. Play at bootleg once again. Throw it. Has a man caught. Cortland Sutton. Wide open, room to run, out of bounds at the 36. Oh, Bo Nix, man, he's making some great throws today. First and 10, ball in the 36. Nix going to hand this off right side, and it breaks one tackle and going to fall forward for about 7 on the play. That is... not sure who that is. Denver has like 4 different running backs they've used tonight already. That was... Audric Estime. Estime? Something like that. Nix understanding going to toss this left side and some forward block in there, but turning upfield, finding a lane, flipping field, breaking tackles, and down to the plus 38 is Jaleel McLaughlin. Terrible blocking on the toss left, but he flips the field and gets it up the middle. Yeah, flips field and somehow, man, what a run. Was completely blown up there, but able to get back towards the middle and take the lane that was given to you. And yeah, a face mask was missed on that play somehow, despite it being in basically the open field. The ball on the plus 38, Nix in shotgun, back to his left and to his right. Going to play action, look to throw, pass right side, screenplay is incomplete, overthrow, looking for Jaleel McLaughlin on the screen, but it was blown up pretty well by Shelby Harris. So 2nd and 10. Nix under center, back behind him, 2 receiving options to each side. Man sent in motion as they're going to hand this off up the middle with Jaleel McLaughlin. Great blocking, first down and more, down to the 20. All right, finally, the ground game's getting some action for Denver tonight. They're waiting for it. Nix under center, back and fullback behind him. 2 receiving options to the left. Going to hand this off once again up the middle for McLaughlin. Going to make people miss and find his way for a gain of about 6, maybe 7. He's running well on this drive. Like finding the lane and then just going from there. Good cuts up the field. Good job making people miss. Like he is a very solid running back for Denver that has great potential for them. So 2nd and 3, Nix under center, back and fullback behind him. Going to toss this to the right, and it's McLaughlin once again, and this time he's going to gain about a yard on the play. Couldn't cut it up, couldn't flip the field on that one. Now 3rd and 2, 2 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. As Denver called their first timeout. Okay, that's why there's a stoppage. But there we go, showing the AFC playoff picture. Miami sits a half game behind the Colts, who are on a bye this upcoming week. And depending on the outcome of this game, either 2.5 or 1.5 games back of Denver. Nix in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receiving options to the left. 3rd and 2, looking to throw. Pressure coming, rolling right, buying time, launching one, right side, and incomplete in the end zone. Ooh, a dangerous throw there, but it's 4th and 2. Cleveland's defense makes the stop. We'll see what decision the Broncos make here. A field goal will keep it a 1-score game. And that's the big thing that Cleveland's defense wanted to do. We'll see, though. The offense staying on the field. Nix under center. 2 receiving options to each side. Back behind him. If you're Cleveland, just don't jump. They're probably not going to snap this ball. Play clock winding down. 3, 2, 1. And yeah, Denver does not snap the ball. Flag on the play. Probably will just take the delay of game. Yeah, delay of game. So out comes Will Lutz and the field goal unit to try and make it a 6-point game. Try and make it a 6-point game with just about 2 minutes to play. "36-yard try from the right hash. Kick is up, and it is good. 6-point game, 1:52 to play in the quarter. What does Cleveland do? It needs something on this drive, that's for sure. That's for sure. Yeah, next week, Monday Night Football, the Bengals take on the Cowboys. That should be a decent enough game. I don't know fully. It should be a decent enough game, though. It depends on how much faith you have in Cooper Rush against that defense of Cincy. Yeah, we'll see. All right, Denver said to send this one down. Gonna need a drive here if you're Cleveland. You can still take the lead with a touchdown, but you at least want points. You haven't done much in this half besides that long touchdown. Kickoff underway, will be down in the end zone for a touchback. They'll begin the drive from the 30. Yeah, next week's Monday Night Football game between the Bengals and Cowboys also has the old Simpsons alt broadcast. While watching that game, there's a chance I at least tune into that just to see what it's like, but probably won't be watching that mainly, as it looks dumb as hell. The ball on the 30. Winston in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receiving options to the left as well. What do you do here, Jameis? Winston to hand this off to Jerome Ford up the middle, and that's a gain of 1. All right, not much on that play. We'd like to see a bit more, but at least it's positive yards. At least it was positive yards. Winston in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. 2nd and 9. Gonna look to throw. Quick pass over the middle is caught by Njoku. And going to fall for about 8 on the play. A 3rd and short coming up. A 3rd and short. 3rd and 1 to be specific. You gotta be able to pick this up. Final play of the quarter, most likely, if they get this. Winston under center, back behind him. A toss to the left for Jerome Ford. Has the blocking, trying to get to the edge. And unable to. Gonna be knocked down short, about half a yard out of bounds. Okay, Jaquan McMillan, I see you. What a defensive play. And that'll probably be the last play of the quarter with Cleveland having a decision to make. The question is, what is that decision? Winston under center, back behind them, offense staying on the field. And try and get them to jump. No, they're going for it. QB sneak with Winston, and he's going to get it. Just barely before the end of the quarter. First down, Cleveland. And we're heading to a commercial break as the fourth quarter is upon us. 15 minutes to play. A big time matchup here. A big time game. Playoff hopes on the line for both teams. If Denver can hold on for 15 more minutes, their chances go up exponentially. If Cleveland can win, Miami's chances go up a little bit. We will see. We will see. In commercial break, 15 minutes to play. Cleveland just picked up a big 4th and inches. With a big time drive upcoming. Yeah, we'll see. Big time drive upcoming for Cleveland. They can take the lead with the score. We shall wait and see. Hey, just coming back from the commercial break. Yeah, the Heat got their asses handed to them tonight. Jeez. Yeah, at least the Rangers lost. Talking about the NHL. Panthers play tomorrow. Back from commercial, Winston in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receiving options to his shotgun to shift the back to his right. And Winston, a handoff up the middle for Nick Chubb, and that's a gain of about a yard, maybe a yard and a half. Yeah, Panthers play the Penguins tomorrow. It should be a decent enough game to have on in the background. It has been a pretty evenly matched game so far. Definitely a better one than I thought it was going to be. Winston under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the right. 2nd and 9. Ball on about the 41-yard line. Winston gonna play action, look to throw. Pressure coming, escaping to his left, but unable to, and he is sacked. Back at the 22-yard line. Oh, that's such a bad sack to take. Nick Bonito making plays left and right tonight as he gets chipped block into the gap to become a free rusher. Wow. That is such a bad sack to take. It's 3rd and 23 now for Cleveland. I mean, what do you even do here? Winston is shotgun, back to his left, 3 receiving options to the right. Gonna look to throw, quick pass over the middle to Njoku, is caught. Gonna bulldoze one defender and work his way to the 40. They pick up 13 on the play. Probably not enough to go for it though. Yeah, it seemed like the punting team's gonna come onto the field. Oh, that's a hand to the face they missed. Yeah, Cleveland gonna send this one down. Punt comes off clean, and another empty possession for the Browns. Punt's going to bounce into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos will begin the drive from the 20. $12:40 to play. That was a good opportunity for Cleveland as well. They've just been wasting these opportunities they've had as we head to commercial break. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. What do you try and scheme up here if you're Denver? I mean, like another scoring drive. Another scoring drive is big. Taking a 2-possession lead with how the team's been playing. Yeah, we'll see. And the main question is, can Cleveland's defense give them one more shot? That's all they need. I feel like my Cleveland offense against has not been doing anything in this half. Besides that one big touchdown, it's just been moving the ball well up to a certain point and then making one massive mistake that just completely kills the drive. We're back from commercial. Ball on the 20 for Denver. Nix in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receiving options to the left as well. In the motion, one of them to the right, the tight end, left to right. And going to look to throw. Cleveland, send in pressure. Step into his left. Launching one deep. Down the field. And it's picked off. Intercepted by Denzel Ward. At the 28-yard line. You can't be having that. Where there's the Cleveland defense. There's the play you needed to make. Now your offense needs to capitalize. Bo Nix just launching one. looking for Marvin Mims, but just put too much into it. Oh, man. Too much into it. It's picked off. Cleveland, you have your opportunity. You have your chance. You have your opportunity. Take advantage. Winston under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Gonna look to throw. Pass time. Pass left side. Wide open. Jerry Jeudy. Room to run. Pass midfield. Still going past the 40. And finally, forward progress is stopped at the 37. Oh, there we go. That's it. Here we go. Winston shotgun, back to his left. Going to drop back, looking to throw. Tipped at the line and incomplete. Ooh. Man. Yeah, he's not. And I have respect for Bo Nix. Just be like, fuck it, I'm gonna chuck it down there. But on that situation, there's no need to do it. Winston under center, gonna hand this off up the middle for Nick. No, for Nick Chubb or Jerome Ford. One of the two. Gonna be a gain of about 2. It was Nick Chubb, okay. I only saw the 4 of the jersey number. Third and 8. Big time third down for this Cleveland offense. You gotta be able to pick this up. Winston in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. 3rd and 8. Dropping back, looking to throw. Denver sending pressure. Pass over the middle. Caught by an open Michael Woods and down to the 20. Big time first down pickup for Cleveland. They're knocking on the door of the red zone, if not in the red zone. Yeah, but you'll be down to 21. All right, here we go. Winston under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Ball on the 21, looking to throw. Pressure coming. Hit while throwing over the middle, and luckily flutters incomplete. Oh. Yeah, lucky with that one, man. Yeah, Winston. Yeah, arm hit while throwing. Yeah, lucky. 2nd and 10. Winston in shotgun. Back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. Going to drop back, looking to throw. Pass over the middle is incomplete. Jerry Jeudy took a massive hit by PS2 while trying to catch that ball, and it falls incomplete. So right back to a big third down. 3rd and 10. What you got here? What you got? $10:24 to play. If they get to a 4th and short, I think they go for it. Play clock winding down. Winston in shotgun, back to his left, not going to get the snap off in time. And it will be a timeout called by Cleveland. That is a bad time to have to take a timeout. Yeah, that was a bad time to take a timeout. Gotta be on the same page there. All right. Oh no, they took a delay of games. It was 3rd and 15. I mean, you're in field goal range, right? Get it, I guess. Winston alone in shotgun, 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Dropping back, looking to throw. Has time, gonna dump it off, left side, caught. Breaks 1 tackle, Jerry Jeudy. First down, gain of 16 to the 5. Actually, I might say gain of 17 to the 4. Either way, that's a massive 3rd down pickup for Cleveland. In the red zone, inside the 5. Or a touchdown, an extra point away from taking the lead in this one. But whew. Yeah, that's just, they played way soft coverage on that. Oh, that ball was tipped by Nick Chubb as well. Geez, good concentration by Jeudy then. Winston going to keep it himself left side and going to fall to the 5. It was my bad. The ball was on the 9 on that play. I don't know why did I think the 5? Either way, 2nd and goal now from the 5. And here we go. 2nd and goal. Ball on the 5. Winston alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the right. 2 to the left. Denver stuck in the box. Winston to throw. Quick pass left side wide open. Nick Chubb touchdown. I saw that instantly as well. They had they rushed 8. Everyone else in man, and they had no one manned up on Nick Chubb. I saw that as well. I was like, there's no one on Chubb. That was beautiful decision by Winston. Seeing instantly no one was on Nick Chubb and just be like, bet. This is gonna be man. I'm gonna take that flat. And now Dustin Hopkins to take the lead. Kick is up. And it is good. 8:57 to play. 32-31. The Cleveland Browns capitalize off of the interception and have taken the lead. That was a great drive by Jameis Winston. Some big time plays were made there. Big time. All right. I will quickly be right back. All right, so that commercial break. Feel like commercial break. Denver needs to have a drive here. What can Denver scheme up? Gonna need a drive now. Don't just go chucking the ball down the field. There's no need for that. You're only down by 1. Don't need to get it all here. All right, just coming back from commercial break and the defense on the sideline arguing about something for Denver. Yeah, it's not been a great night for this defense. All right, Cleveland about to send this one down. And the kick is underway. This will be a touchback out the back of the end zone. Denver will begin the drive from the 30. All right, this is a big time moment for both of these sides of the ball. Big time moment for Cleveland's defense. Big time moment for Denver's offense. Someone's going to make a play. The question is just who. Nix in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. Going to hand this off right side for Jaleel McLaughlin. And he's going to gain about 2 on the play before being stood up by a collection of Cleveland Browns players. Might have given him 3 on the play. All right, 2nd and 7. Cleveland has amassed 500 yards tonight. Jeez. Nixon shotgun back to his left, going to look to throw. Has time, going to throw it left side. Has a man caught by Courtland Sutton and brought down past midfield to the 48. Big first down pickup for Denver. Keep it moving, keep it moving. That's a nice throw. Placed well on the money. So 1st and 10, ball on the 48 of Cleveland. Knicks under center, and there's going to be a timeout called by Denver, I believe. There's some kind of clock stoppage with 7:36 to play and 5 seconds on the play clock. Oh, they're going to force the Browns player off the field, probably to be evaluated for a concussion. All right. All right, refs are still discussing something. Nix is under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. And going to hand this one off up the middle with McLaughlin, and that's going to be a gain of about 2. Even tried cutting it towards the right side of the field, but just nothing going on that play. Oh, that's from a few plays back. Oh yeah, he should have been taken out before the pass to Courtland Sutton. He should have been taken out. Why did they wait a play? Jeez. Okay, 2nd and 8. Nixon shotgun back to his right. 2 receivers options to each side. Going to look to throw, pass over the middle. It's caught. 1st down and more. Spinning his way to the 34-yard line. What a pass by Nix, placing it where only his receiver can get it. and keeping the chains moving. Denver has entered field goal range with 6:45 to play. Oh, yeah, that is placed beautifully past the outstretched arm, past the outstretched arm of Shelby Harris. All right, 1st and 10 from the 34. Nix under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Handoff up the middle and room to run for McLaughlin. Going to get down at the 8. Down for a gain of 8. There we go. Actually, ruled it a gain of 9 on the play, down to about the 25. $5.50 to play in the game. There's been a good drive for Denver's offense so far. Nix under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Quick throw, left side is incomplete. Low and behind the intended target. It is 3rd and 1. Big time third. Assuming Denver doesn't lose yards on this play, I imagine they're going to go for it. But at the same time, the field goal just gives you the lead, so I don't know. We'll see. It's 3rd and 1. Nixon shotgun, back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side. Looking to throw a quick pass to the left is caught for a 1st down into the red zone to the 17, maybe the 18. It is Courtland Sutton. All right. Nixon shotgun going to hand this off up the middle, and that's going to lose about 2 on the play back to the 20. Not a great play there, but they're able to kill clock since they're in field goal range. All right, so big time. So 2nd and 12 coming up. As Denzel Ward is heading to the locker room, that's a tough loss for this Browns defense. Nix alone in shotgun, looking to throw, going to step up and take it himself with room to run and sliding down at the 14. A big 3rd down coming up with 14-10 to 4:10 to play in the game. A 3rd and 6. And they gave too much of that middle of the field open to Bo Nix. He doesn't run often, but he can if you let him. Clock still winding down. 3rd and 6. Nixon shotgun. Back to his left. 3 receiving options to the left. Gonna send one of them in motion left to right. Cleveland sending pressure. Quick pass to the right for his screenplay is caught by Marvin Mims and brought down at the 9. A yard shy of the 1st. Oh, Cleveland got lucky there. All he had to do was break that 1 tackle and he was gone. There's 3:15 to play. It is 4th and 1. And it's looking like the offense is staying on the field. Just don't jump. If you are Cleveland's defense, you cannot jump here. Nixon shotgun back to his right. 2 receiving options to each side, and a timeout is being called by Denver. If they had a play called, they were not going to get it off in time. There's 2:57 to play. You have 1 timeout. Why are you not taking the points here and just taking the lead? Like, you have a singular timeout. This is a risky decision to make. Okay, now out comes the field goal unit. Okay, good. I was gonna question some things. Will Lutz to give Denver the lead. A 27-yard try from the right hash. Kick is up, and it is good. 2:54 to play. We have a 2-point game, with Cleveland having all of their timeouts and the 2-minute warning just to get into field goal range for Dustin Hopkins. This game has been incredible. We'll see. Comes down to one final drive. A singular drive. This has been an offensive bloodbath somehow. Come on. What you got? Kickoff underway and going to be out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Well, this is it. This is it, Cleveland. This is your chance. You just need field goal range. And that missed kick from Dustin Hopkins earlier in the game is coming back in this moment. Winston under center, back behind him. Play action, looking to throw. Going to step to his left, trying to buy some time, but is sacked back at the 21. You can't take that sack. And yeah, you just call it weird places worse football. You can't take that sack there when you have the room to step up to his left. He had the time to do it. You can't take that sack. Go, step to your left. And he does it late. Can't take that sack. Ugh. 2nd and 18. Winston and shotgun back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. Final play before the 2-minute warning. Winston to throw. Gonna step up and roll in left. Buying time. Gonna keep it himself and get it out of bounds after a gain of like 6. Getting out of bounds as well. 2:04 to play. Nick Bonito is limping off the field. It's a 3rd and 12. If you get 7, at least, you probably go for it after the 2-minute warning. But this is going to be the final play before 2-minute warning. Are they even get the snap off in time? They're breaking the huddle with 10 seconds left on the play clock. Winston alone in shotgun. 3 receiving options to the right. 2 to the left. They're going to drop back to throw. Has time. Throw in right side. Has a man down the sideline. And it's caught by Elijah Moore. Gain of 14. First down, Cleveland. What a throw and catch. Did he get his feet in? They're saying he did initially. We're at the 2-minute warning. Oh, he did. Elijah Moore, the toe tap along the sideline. And the Browns keep the drive alive. We have reached the 2-minute warning in this one as well. All they need is field goal range. What that is for Dustin Hopkins, I'm not sure. But all they need is field goal range. I believe his career long is like 54. So they would need at least a 37. No. They'll need at least a 30. No, yeah, the 37. So they still got a little bit ways to go. Well, this is it. There's a big time drive for the Browns. We'll see. We're still at commercial break. We'll see. Yeah, it's a great throw and catch on that 3rd and 12. It's a good throw by Winston, yes, but that's an even better grab by Elijah Moore to make sure he keeps his feet in bounds there. That's a big time grab in this moment of the game. But can you just keep it up? Can you keep building off of it? You need about the safe bet. You need the 35. We'll say. You get inside the 35. We'll say you're in field goal range. Also accounted for the mile high altitude and all that, where the balls fly further. Winston is shotgun, back to his left, back to his right, tight end to his left. Ball on the 42-yard line of Cleveland. 1:59 to play. Can you shift both the back and tight end closer to the line of scrimmage? Winston to throw. Quick pass. Left side is picked off. Intercepted and returning. This is going to be a pick six. The 10-5 touchdown Denver. He threw the out route behind the intended target, and it's Jaquan McMillan to give Denver an 8-point lead, potentially 9 with the extra point. Wow. Looking for Elijah Moore. He threw that 2 inside. You need to throw that pass to the sideline. He threw it inside, and it's picked off and returned. Yeah, he never gets touched by Elijah Moore. Wow. That is a bad mistake. That is a terrible mistake. And now the extra point to make it a 2-score game late. The extra point is up and good. 41-32. A minute 48 to play. The Browns have all 3 timeouts. But now they're down by 9. Just wow. Oh, yeah, there was this defender there to bat that ball down if he threw it more outside. Wow, that's a Jameis. Wow. Wow. Just wow. There's still a chance. Depending on how quick Cleveland can score here, there's still a chance. They had a one-play touchdown earlier in the game. Would love to have one here. Kickoff is underway. Gonna be a squib kick. Return beginning from the 3. Jerome Ford working his way to left, working down the left side to the 25-yard line. Jaquan McMillan has made so many fantastic plays tonight, including the game-sealing, but potentially is a game-sealing interception. We have classic Winston, man. You have to throw that towards the sideline. He threw it inside and is picked off. That's just a tough one. 1:44 to play. Winston alone in shotgun. 3 receiving options to the right. Need a play here. Winston to throw. Has time. Going to dump it off right side to David Njoku. And going to be brought down at the line of scrimmage. Clock continues to run. If you're gonna let the clock run, you need to go hurry up. 2nd and 10. Winston alone in shotgun. 3 receiving options to the left. Gonna drop back to throw. Has time. Step in left. Throw in sideline and nearly picked off again. But fallen incomplete. Looking for Michael Woods, but just off target by a lot. Yeah, just through his hands. That's a tough one. Jameis Winston really threw 6 touchdowns today. 4 to his team, 2 pick sixes. Wait, it's still a 6 touchdown game technically. Winston alone in shotgun. 3 receiving options to the left, 2 to the right. 3rd and 10. Winston to throw. Has time. Gonna just dump it off left side to an open David Njoku, but he drops it incomplete. Alright, 4th and 10 coming up. This is basically the game right here, as Denver is well in field goal range. If it's hard to say that, oh, he just has to cut back on the interceptions. It's more so he needs to cut back on he needs to cut back on just trying to force balls into places. And like some of his other decision makings as well. Because like they still could have won this game even with those 2 interceptions. If they don't miss that field goal earlier, this is a still possible drive here. Winston to throw, pass over the middle is caught for the first down by Jerry Jeudy. Gain of 15 up to the 40-yard line, but clock. I don't know, they're going to call a timeout. Call the first timeout. It's like if Dustin Hopkins doesn't miss that kick earlier in the game, like this is a 6-point game with Cleveland having a shot. But it's also, if he doesn't miss that kick earlier, the entire game is played out differently. So that's why it's a full 60 you gotta play. It's a tough loss for Cleveland. Jerry Jeudy, Cleveland had a very Cincinnati-esque game tonight. That's what it is. This was a very Cincinnati-esque game. Winston to throw in 1st and 10. Gonna pass it left side, and that's going to be dropped. Incomplete by Elijah Moore. It was either Jaquan McMillan or Brandon Jones in good coverage. It was Jaquan McMillan. Dude's a stud. What can I say? Making plays left and right over here. Yeah, that's some nice defense. Winston alone in shotgun. 3 receiving options to the left. 2 to the right. 2nd and 10 from the 41. Winston to throw. Has time. Going to step up, rolling left, and just dump it off to a wide open Jerome Ford. He's going to get the first down and more. Good blocking down the sideline. And out of bounds at the 37-ish, I believe. So it was a 1st and 10, 50 seconds to play. And Cleveland still got a shot. Cleveland still got a shot. If they get the score and then get the onside kick, there's a chance. But yeah, it's really hard to win games when you throw 2 pick sixes. And both of them were just bad passes. Winston to throw on 1st and 10, gonna launch one deep left side, has a man, and incomplete in the end zone. Michael Woods off the fingertips. There is a flag on the play, but that was it, man. If he comes down with that ball, Cleveland could definitely make a splash there after the onside kick. It is defensive pass interference on Denver. So there's still a legit shot here for Cleveland. They need to score in this next play though, basically. And then get the onside kick. Because that's why I said earlier that Winston would be a fantastic backup throughout the league, because he's thrown for 500 yards today still. And just all he had was 2 bad passes. But if the defense played better throughout the game, it's a different story, because the defense still gave up. Well, I think 20 something actually. Winston to throw for the end zone and is picked off again in the end zone. And it's going to be another pick 6 potentially. Still going down the field. And brought down past midfield, but that's an interception. That's the game. Trying to squeeze one in there. It's just the passes he's forcing tonight. It's a tough one. All Denver needs to do is knead this ball down once. That's a tough loss for Cleveland. For as much as I'm saying, hey, the defense just played a little bit better. The defense did their job for the most part. Those 2 pick sixes are really what lost Cleveland in this game. Definitely. But, it's the fact that they were still in it late, despite those. Or despite the first one, really. The second one is what sealed it. Yeah, but who's Winston throwing it there? Everyone is covered. He's just throwing it to throw it. One thing that Winston would need to learn to do, if he wants to be a starter full-time in the NFL again, is to just throw the ball away. That's it. But there's the knee down. The Denver Broncos improved to 8-5 on the season. Yeah, same thing when he was in Tampa. Same thing in New Orleans a little bit. He just needs to learn to take control of the ball and throw it away. But he's always trying to make the play. And I respect him for it. It leads to it leads to performances like this, where he's throwing over 500 yards and putting up 30 points. But he just needs to be smarter with the ball sometimes, and he will be even better. But there you have it. Tough loss for Cleveland. A great win for Denver as they enter a relatively easy stretch of their schedule coming up. Really, the only tough opponents remaining are the Chargers and the Chiefs. But thank you all for watching. I'll be back for Thursday Night Football between the Packers and Lions. This is the next live stream I'm going to do. We have entered week 14 of the NFL season. This season's going by fast. I'm enjoying it. Hope you all too. See you all next time. Have yourselves a damn good one. Peace.